Miss the 60-day window after a qualifying life event, and you can be locked out of an ACA plan until the next open enrollment, up to a year away. That means paying the full unsubsidized cost of care, which healthcare.gov data puts at over $2,000 for a single ER visit and $13,000 or more for a hospital stay. Here's the part most people never realize. You might have a door open right now and not even know it. I read the fine print so you don't have to. Here's the stat that surprised me. According to a 2023 CMS analysis, about 60% of all ACA marketplace enrollments happen through special enrollment periods driven by life changes, not during open enrollment. So this isn't some rare loophole. It's the main way people actually get covered outside the standard window, and most of them are just reacting to a life event they didn't plan for. Here's why timing matters so much. If you fail to recognize your event or submit documents on time, healthcare.gov says you generally cannot enroll in an ACA plan until the next open enrollment, which may be up to a year away. During that gap, you face uninsured prices, commonly over $2,000 for a single emergency room visit, and over $13,000 for a typical inpatient hospital stay based on national hospital charge data. And marketplace coverage usually can't be backdated, except in limited cases like birth, adoption, or foster placement. Step 1 is confirming you have a qualifying life event. Go to healthcare.gov and open the Special Enrollment Period glossary and the Getting Coverage Outside Open Enrollment pages. Common triggers include losing job-based coverage, aging off a parent's plan at 26, exhausting COBRA, getting married, having or adopting a baby, moving, gaining citizenship, or leaving incarceration. Healthcare.gov states you usually have 60 days before or 60 days following the event to enroll. So the first thing to nail down is which event applies to you. Step 2, pin down your exact deadline. For most marketplace SEPs, you usually have 60 days before or 60 days after the event to enroll, according to healthcare.gov, though some carrier and employer plans restrict changes to just 30 or 60 days after the event. So write down a clear sentence. My SEP ends on this date, 60 days after my event. Good practice is starting your application within 2 weeks, not waiting months, and treating it as paperwork you'll deal with later. Step 3 is where the real money is. Log into your healthcare.gov account and run the Premium Tax Credit Estimator using your current income and household size. According to Georgetown's Center on Health Insurance Reforms, a single adult at $30,000 income might pay under $100 a month for a silver plan after tax credits, versus $400 to $500 unsubsidized, a difference of roughly $3,600 to $4,800 a year. This is general information, not personal advice, and exact amounts vary by state and age, so always verify with your own numbers. Here's a step almost everyone overlooks. An income change is itself a qualifying event. CMS confirms changes in eligibility for financial help as one of its 6 defined SEP categories, and Georgetown notes that an income drop big enough to change your premium tax credit eligibility opens a marketplace SEP. For a family of 4 at $60,000 income, using this correctly can mean $8,000 to $10,000 a year in savings versus paying full price, according to ACA subsidy formulas. If this is useful, subscribe. The next breakdown is already coming. Before I get to the summary, this last step is the one people fumble most, and it's the one that actually locks in your coverage. You have to upload proof of your qualifying event through the healthcare.gov Upload Documents function. That means a termination letter for loss of coverage, a lease or utility bill for a move, or a marriage or birth certificate. Scan them as PDFs or images and submit within 30 days of the event, ideally well before your 60-day deadline, so your SEP gets verified and your plan is finalized. To see how this adds up, take a realistic example. Combining missed event-based SEs and unused income change SEPs, illustrative modeling based on Georgetown and CMS figures shows about $12,000 in avoidable medical bills, plus $18,000 in excess premiums over 10 years, roughly $30,000 lost. That number is illustrative and depends on your situation, but it's built on statutory 60-day windows and real premium differences, and it shows how much these rules quietly matter. Let me flag the mistakes that trip people up. First, treating coverage loss or a move as paperwork to handle later and blowing past the 60-day window. Second, forgetting that a move can qualify you too, though CMS requires most people to have had minimum essential coverage for at least 1 day in the 60 days before a permanent move. Third, doing everything except uploading proof, which leaves your SEP unverified. Any one of these can leave you locked out until the next open enrollment. The biggest myth is that you can only sign up for ACA coverage during open enrollment. Healthcare.gov directly contradicts this. You can enroll outside open enrollment if you've had a qualifying life event, like losing coverage, moving, getting married, or having a baby. CMS defines 6 distinct SEP categories, so the doors open far more often than most people think, as long as you act inside your window. Let's run it back fast. Confirm you had a qualifying event, then mark your exact 60-day deadline. Check your subsidy on healthcare.gov using your current income, and remember an income change is its own SEP. Upload your proof before the deadline, and watch the residence rules if you moved. Do those 6 things, and you turn a costly gap into covered, subsidized care. If this saved you from a 5-figure gap in coverage, do future you a favor and act inside that 60-day window. Next, I'm breaking down exactly how to appeal a denied SEP or a rejected health insurance claim, the step-by-step that most people never even attempt. Subscribe so you don't miss it, because knowing the rules is what keeps thousands of dollars in your pocket.